This is your opportunity to get in on the ground floor in one of the hottest areas in Palm Beach, Boca Raton, in one of the most elegant homes in all of the county. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury Homes, and welcome to Meravita in Boca Raton, Florida. This is one of the biggest great rooms you will ever see. Welcome to the sea glass here at Meravita. This home is going to blow you away. This has got a multi-generational feature to it. This has got a cabana. This thing is loaded with extras. So what do you think about that entrance? This area here is one of the biggest, open, great rooms I have ever seen in this area. It's gigantic. Look at the size of those. Look at the size of those windows up there. Look how high those chandeliers are. The kitchen, top of the line. They're using Wolf and Sub-Zero. This is your Sub-Zero fridge. They had a brokers open yesterday, so just like by invitation, realtors were invited. That's the food left over from them. They had a decent turnout. They didn't have they don't open it to everybody, but their grand opening is literally happening this weekend. So like always, if you want in on the ground floor of a nice community like this one here at Meravita, now is the time. Continuing with the kitchen, we have a double oven here. So this is not the double oven microwave combo. That is an actual double oven, and it's a Wolf. Wolf is top of the line. I don't know of anything better. If you know a kitchen appliances better than a Wolf, you tell me, because I don't. Here's your Wolf cooktop. Wolf hood. I have this myself at home, not exactly like this. I have an oven underneath. You can see they have storage under there. This is top of the line. If you are a cook, this is the model you're going to want to focus on. It doesn't show it the way this model is now, but there is an option for back here. As you can see, they have a bedroom back here. I'll show you more about that later. But they have an option to do a prep kitchen back there. So this house has a lot of special features in it, including a multi-generational feature I talked about. A lot of people today are looking for that multi-generational feature. As an example, your in-laws, if you want to have your in-laws living with you in a separate area where close enough but not too close, that is a good option. If you have a child that's in college and wants to come back for the summers, or maybe while they look for a job after they graduate, great way to do that. Now, of course, this home is filled with upgrades. It is a decorated model. This is a relatively small community. It's in like one of the pristine areas of Boca Raton, Florida, which is in one of the most pristine areas of all of Palm Beach. Here's your TV, and let me see if I can pull back a little bit. Here's your TV and sort of a fire feature. I don't even say it's a fireplace, but it's more like a fire feature. It looks nice. The lots here are really big. You can see they're working outside. I'll look to go outside in a little bit, but I want to continue with this great room. I'm guessing the ceiling there is something like 25 to 30 feet, and that's something that makes this place unique. Off this gigantic family room, which is really what this is, the great room is like a family room, you have here, which you can use this however you like, but they show it like an office, right? Let me turn this around so you can see. Like many builders, rooms like this, that's meant to open it up. There's no doors, but you can put doors here and make this a little bit of a quieter space. Look at the windows. So you have two high 3 panels, and then two up in the air, so you can see that. Two, second story triple panels up there. Back to the kitchen. The island is big. They have these pendants. When you buy a new construct, by the way, this community is only doing, right now at least, to be built. Because of the price point, we're going to stick around, we're going to talk about the pricing in a little bit. Because of the price point, this is not a type of community where they're going to want to build a lot of spec homes or quick delivery or speculation homes. Because if things don't move, then they're stuck with a multi 7-figure home, which is what this community is selling at. And you'll see why this is. This is in the nicest section of Palm Beach. If you look at the price of real estate in Palm Beach County, Boca Raton is one of the most expensive. This kitchen has a fair amount of, because I want to continue on the kitchen, a fair amount of cabinetry. Even in the island, you have all these cabinets down here. So up close, of course, this is a high-end community. So all these features are going to be at the higher end or upgrades in most places. The floor is amazing. This is like engineered wood. That's like the most expensive flooring. If you go to any builder, that's going to be the most expensive flooring you can get. As you can see, we've looked at the island already. Big island. It's not just long; it's also very wide. And they've done what was popular a couple years ago. It's still fairly popular. The waterfall countertop. Waterfall is the way the quartz. This is quartz. The way the quartz comes down over the edge. I didn't show you the microwave. They've got down here. They've got a Wolf microwave in here. Now, some people might say, "I don't like that because I have kids." You can change it. This, when you're buying this house, you are going to customize it the way you want. And if you want to put that microwave higher, you can. If you don't have kids and it doesn't work, it's really out of the way, which I think is why they do that. It's really nice. Again, we went to the double oven. Next to the double oven here is your butler's pantry. And check this thing out. Elegance. I just love this. This is sort of like a pantry here as well. You can use this as a pantry. Under lighting, it just shows really well. That's lit very well. That's the garage. They're using the garage as the sales center. Don't walk into that sales center on your own. More on that later. Sub-zero wine cellar, wine cooling unit. I could just spend the whole day in the kitchen, it seems. Here's your dishwasher. I mean, people don't go crazy for dishwashers, but it's a Cove dishwasher, and it's stainless steel, so it shows well. Around your Sub-Zero, that's the freezer part of your Sub-Zero fridge, is the pantry. So you have that. I showed you the butler's pantry. You have this. By the way, stick around. The upstairs is going to drive you nuts. The back is going to drive you nuts. The cabana is going to drive you nuts. You have to check this out. The outside is nice. The lots are big here, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Over there is their sales center. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be with you there on your very first visit. If you try to add us later as a realtor after you visited, oftentimes the builders won't let you do that. The cost to using us here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida is zero out of your pocket. It's the builder that pays us, and you can ask them. They're happy to do so. And Living in Palm Beach, Florida will be there throughout the whole journey. From your first visit all the way through the inspections to closings. And Living in Palm Beach, Florida, it'd be an honor to help you through your new construction and/or South Florida journey. But that's your kitchen. Now, we haven't even started some of the other parts of the first floor. So let me start by, we're going to go this way. Well, let me go through a couple things here. Sea glass, 5 bedrooms, 3+1 garages. So it could be 4 garages. Every home in this community, there are 5 floor plans here. Every single one has at least a 3-car garage. Some have 4. This home is their biggest. It's 5,406 square feet under air. So by the kitchen here is that dining. It's like a breakfast nook, right? It's a small dining area. What's great about this is, look at this. 3 panels there. That it goes outside from there. 3 panels here. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed this, but between that and all this, there's a lot of light in here. It's open and a lot of light. So you're not going to be, it's not going to be dark in this home ever. So if we come over here now, this is one of the ways out. A lot of storage in this house too. Here's a closet that, I mean, they show it with the window. It doesn't have to be. If you have a closet with a window on it, make sure you keep it clean. That's my advice. Back here is sort of, I do like an exercise room. If you chose to do the prep area, it would be back here. So that would be the kitchen prep area. Over this way, this house just keeps going. You have like a cabana bath. So full bath. But what's good about this is, you see you have this outside here. You can go outside here. So if you're swimming and you don't want to like track all the water in, turn his lights off. It burns in here. Here we go. You don't want to track all the water in. You would come use this bathroom, closes off. You can also use this if you're entertaining for guests out here in the kitchen. I mean, this place is like a dream when it comes to entertaining. So I haven't even touched the other half of the downstairs, and I haven't gone upstairs, or outside. So we're gonna get there. Before I do, I know you're gonna want to know a few things about the community. 70 homes. That's it. It's in northwestern Boca Raton. If you're familiar with it, if you look at a map, I'd like to show you a map on that. You're going to be at the corner of Clintmore and Route 441 in western Boca Raton, Florida. Nearby is another community that we've covered before. We know them very well. We've worked in there a lot. Lotus Edge. So they're right near each other. So, here, living in Palm Beach, Florida, we like to tell the pros and cons of everything. The homes here are beautiful. Homes at Lotus Edge are beautiful. The amenities are more elaborate over at Lotus Edge. So reach out we're going to talk about a Zoom a little bit later. Reach out to us on that Zoom. If you want to know about what community is good for you, 19 years ago, I relocated from the north myself. And I wish I had the guidance that we give people here living in Palm Beach. We are able to compare all these different communities. Lotus Edge is very close to here right now. And that's one of the other communities. That's a bigger community. This one is 70 homes. They started selling, for about 4 months ago. And they've already sold 12. And they have 21 sites built out, lots released. But when they're all done, there'll be only 70 homes. So if you want a smaller community in an elegant, Meravita is going to be it for you. So where exactly is Meravita in Boca Raton, Florida? So here is a map of Florida. I put in Meravita. You can see that red arrow there. If you spread out, if you could see, we are in southeastern Florida here, southeast Florida. We are south of the biggest city in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. Palm Beach is Jupiter to Boca Raton. Boca Raton is the um, is the most southern part of South Florida of Palm Beach County. If you, as you can see, it's a little bit west. So if you want to go to the beach, which everyone asks me how far is it to the beach, it's probably about a half hour. This is a pretty busy part of town. To go from east to west is pretty, it's busier here in Boca Raton because of all the people. But as you can see, as we zoom in, this is the community right here. It's going to be 70 homes right here, the corner of Clintmore and Route 441, Northeast Boca Raton, one of the hottest areas. In this area here, there's just a ton of things. Let me show you Lotus Edge, which is right next door. So I just typed in Lotus Edge, and it's right here. And you can see they both show like there's nothing there. It's obviously much more. This has already been started. So this is where it is on the map. These are two communities that are very close to each other, same price point, similar price point. If you want to search for existing homes in this area, this is the best way to do it. Let me show you. This is our website. It's livinginpalmbeachfl.com. And you can just hit the home search. If you want to search just new construction area, it's over here. If you want to search in individual areas for existing homes, they're right here. So if you want to look for a specific community, you hit that communities tab. And let's say you want to look at everything in Delray Beach, which is just in north of Boca. You hit up Delray. And what that does is it gives you everything there is about Delray. It'll give you the latest video on Delray. It'll give you the average price point. It'll give you the best way to search. Use this as a resource when it comes to looking for any existing home in Palm Beach, Florida, or the area around us. And here's the sheet. If you want to know the sheet on this community, if you want to know like the models and all these other and anything about a particular model, we have it all here, and we can help you with that. If you want the Cape model, here is the brochure for the Cape model. Best way to get the best way. We'll talk later about a Zoom call or make an appointment to do that either or a phone call, whatever way you're most comfortable. That's the best way to learn about this community. If you want to know about all there is about the numbers, reach out to Living in Palm Beach. Continuing on, I'm going to go on to the other side of and I'll cover some of the other notes as we continue our tour here. One of the things that's striking to me is when you walk in, it just has that big entrance. You have up there, it just has a very dramatic entrance. You pay for that. That's something that, that's why these homes cost what they do. And by the way, there's 5 models here, floor plans. The difference between the smallest and the big and the largest, price-wise, is not that big a deal. I'll tell you that in a little bit later. That's why this is the most popular model and the biggest. One of the reasons. Here's a nice half bath. Now, those of you who follow Living in Palm Beach channel, I love half baths. Why is that? If you're entertaining, you don't want people walking in your bathroom. So you have right off the kitchen area and your entertaining area is that half bath. I mean, this house just keeps going. Under here, I'll go back there again. Under here is like a Harry Potter closet. I mean, look at this. This thing goes all under there. This is the tremendous storage. In Florida, for those who live up north and don't know this yet, and I get you guys, when you come down and visit us, sometimes you don't know that, and I see it. We don't have basements here in Florida. The water level is too low, so we're not able to do that. So the storage space like that is a premium. Another closet here. So there's a lot of places to store things here. As we come, again, here's the door, the front door. As we come back here, and there's the kitchen. As we come back here, bear with me, guys. That's the half bath. This is the in-law suite. This is what makes this home multi-generational. We have been getting more and more people who want this. That's the front of the house right here. You could come in here. Let me show you. Here's the front of the house. So your in-laws, they have their own entrance here to the side. It's like their own separate apartment apart from the house. They can lock you out even. You have like your own living area here. It's like a living room. You can watch your own TV. If they've got the New York Jets on there, you want to watch the New York Giants here, that's how you can do it. It's completely separate. Even has like a little wet area. As you can see, they have a sink, fridge here. Obviously, you'll let them in your kitchen there when they want to eat. Also over here, full bath and a nice size bedroom. So this is like your own apartment. When I lived in New York City, those who follow the channel know that I'm from New York, and I lived in Manhattan for about 12 years. One of my places, my first place I bought in New York was a lot smaller than this. This is bigger than a lot of New York City apartments, but this is basically a separate apartment off the house. So if you want to have a space that's close, but not too close, this in-law suite is amazing. So this is what the community looks like right now. It's just a bunch of construction here. And you can see they have the home sites labeled here. As an example, over here we have lot 67. Over there we have lot 68. One of the things we can do for you guys is we can help you pick these lots. What's more valuable? People often get sticker shock with the lot pricing. And I always say this, when it comes to land does not depreciate. So don't chintz on your land, but let us help you. There are things such as easements. We can help you answer questions on insurance, on real estate taxes. We know this stuff very well. So any of those kind of questions, we get those questions all the time. But when it comes to the pricing of the lots, we can give you good guidance. Most people utilize that in that regard. This is the outside of that model, the only model they have. But as you can tell, there's a reason why they built this house, because this house shows really well. So let me tell you about, of the 5 floor plans, there's another one. This is the most popular. Dania is another one. The Dania is about just shy of 4,500 square feet under air. They have a home called the Cape, which is a model called the Cape, which is up in Avenir. You guys know that we know Avenir very well, up in Palm Beach Gardens, just north of here. When they were selling Avenir, Toll Brothers, the builder here, they had a community called Watermark and Wingate, where they built the Jennings model. That's the Cape model. If you guys want this sheet, reach out to us at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. We'll send this to you. Different elevations. I mean, if you look at like the sea glass, there's contemporary, modern, and traditional. The difference between one to the other is $50,000. Reach out to us if you want some insight on that. But now, without further ado, I'm going to take you upstairs. You're going to like this upstairs. Want to take a moment up here. So we're not even all the way up. We're sort of halfway up the stairs. You can see there's another flight to go up, and it looks like you're on the second floor already. It just looks nice. Let's continue. So the first thing you do when you get to the top of the stairs, first of all, let me go here. That's your view from the real top. Looking over everything out there. The kitchen, the family room. Over here is your front door. Obviously, when you do a to be built to there, you don't get the chandeliers. You will get the junction box. If you want guidance on what's included, reach out to us. We can guide you on that. Toll Brothers, and they when you do your options appointment, there can be a difference between the base price of the house and what the base price of the house and what the final price is because of upgrades. Let me start with some pricing now. The smallest home here is called the Everglade, and that's 3291 square feet under air. That's a 4-bedroom, 1-story home. That's the only 1-story home in this community. 2 + 1 garage, so 3 altogether. 2 + 1 = 3. And if you do the contemporary, so if you want the base price of that home, the lowest price here in this community is roughly $2,035,000. That's the entry point into Meravita. Same house, add 50 to $2,085,000. That's for the traditional exterior. They say exterior. A lot of places call it elevation. But I'll continue with that. So you're looking at this community is basically and I'll tell you what this house is in a minute. But this community is basically $2 million to probably upwards of $4 million. So you're in Boca Raton. Boca Raton is more money. As an example, if you compare Lotus Edge to Apex, same builder. Lotus Edge is down the street. Apex is up in Palm Beach Gardens. They have a lot of the same models, different names, but they're the same models. And they're about $400,000 more here in Boca than they are up in Palm Beach Gardens. So this is an expensive area. Even like commercial real estate. If you want to open a business, it's more money there. It's more money when living here in Boca. This is the top of the stairs here. The first thing you do when you come to the left is here. Here's your loft. So I talked about watching football games and all that. This is a nice area to watch the game. Overlooking the family room. So you can probably still hear the TV from there. So it's not exactly private, but it's nice to be able to have it. Just like the Monopoly game says, go. So as we continue here on the second floor, you can go, there's like literally 1-way, 2-way, 3 ways. 1 bedroom is here. This one is an ensuite. You want this. Decent sized room, decent sized bedroom. Walk-in closet. Nice, right? So for a secondary bedroom, this is good. That's why you're paying over $2 million for this house. I'll go over the price of a lot. So if you go to their website, don't register. Don't, because then you want me to help you go with the right people. With any new construction community, let us use it. Cost to using us out of pocket is 0. It's the builder that pays us, and they're happy to do so. You can even ask them. Coming here, so don't do that. Go over here. There's this other bedroom on this floor. It's a smaller bedroom, walk-in closet, but nonetheless a walk-in closet. Pretty big bedroom. They show it with a desk here. Nice windows. I love these windows. Windows down there. Windows up here. Windows over here. Lots of light. And this is your bathroom. And you got windows here. Obviously, you want to put some covers on those. So like I said, there's a lot of new construction down here. We are a new home co-broker with EXP Luxury Homes. And we help people to know what the difference is. Does a community have a CDD? And I'll talk about the numbers later. Some communities have CDDs. Up in Palm Beach Gardens, there's some communities that have a $5,500 a year CDD. You want to know that going in. So that's one of the things one of the reasons why people use us is you'll be able to help distinguish between these. Over here, let's go to the other side of this first floor. Another big secondary bedroom. This is what I love about this house. Look at the windows. I mean, there's just a ton of light in this room. Big secondary bedroom with the walk-in closet, ensuite. Your laundry room is right next to it. This is it's not the biggest laundry room in the world, but it's big. For this home, it needs to be sort of big. I'm guessing this stuff will be upgrades. Nice, thick, 3-inch quartz countertop. Lots of room for shelving, which you want in a laundry room. Last thing you want to do is plaster clothes all over the place. As I was starting to say before, 19 years ago, my family and I relocated. The master suite's right there. I'm going to take you there right now in just a second. 19 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honor to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about moving to this area and you want some advice, you want some help, you want to know what's involved, and you want to ask questions from people who have actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally, two of the best ways is in the description in the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is have some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. Look at the hallway to this master suite. This is insane. So here's your master suite. This is incredible. I love the size of this. I'm sitting at the foot of the bed. Lots of space back there. Lots of space here. It is a big master. Look at the size of the look at the yard, so the view. Again, lots of windows, lots of light. Off the lake. I'll give you the exact size later, but these lots are about a 1/4 acre. So if you go over to, that's one of the benefits of this community over at Lotus Edge, and there's other new construction communities in the area, is that you get more land here. You can get, and land is a premium here in Boca. So anyways, this is a big master suite. So as you saw that long hallway, along the way of that long hallway, which I'm walking down now, is here. Well, you can go this way too, there and here. And I'm backing into this beautiful master bathroom. Before we go there, you have two his and hers water closet for the toilet right there. And the size of the shower is going to blow you away. What do you think of that? His and hers size sinks. They don't distinguish in size, so his and hers are about the same size. But look at this closet. This master closet, ladies, you're going to love this. Obviously, they finished this off. If you won't get this if you do to be built. They're just showing you what you can do here, and it looks nice. So my phone's just ringing off the hook. I get lots of phone calls from you guys. That's what there's a Living in Palm Beach phone call coming in right now. My staff is going to help get that. I love reaching out. So reach out to us. I mean, that's why people call us. The Zoom is the best way to do it, though. We can show you the map and everything, and we can help navigate. We don't just do new construction. We do existing homes as well. Anyways, back to the closet. This is beautiful. And it's funny is we've noticed that when we look at the footage of our videos, you guys spend a particular attention to the master bedrooms and the master suites and the master baths. If your master bath looks like this, I could see why. The other feature about the outside here, and like I said, for Boca Raton this size, There's nothing better. Oh, by the way, I got to show you this. Look at that outdoor kitchen. If you live in Florida, I cook outside every day, myself personally. I cook a lot of meats on the grill outside, chicken, fish. I love that. You get a lot of use. People do a lot of that here. This is your cabana. So you're outside, you want to take a break from the hot pool. Look at this. It's amazing. So you can have a break to play a little poker. You have your Sub-Zero mini fridge there. Your cabana bath is that. I showed you that before, but there's another bathroom. There's a full bath right here. I mean, if you want to go away on vacation, you can just move in here. You don't have to ever go on vacation. You won't want to. Boca Raton, Palm Beach, paradise here in South Florida.